Welcome everyone. Lynn and...
Hello, Gulshan.
Coming to you from the office. Now, this is an office where we have our meditation program every Monday night. So don't get worried if you hear a phone or a meeting suddenly, or someone suddenly coming in the door. But we also have more online, and we have people here as well. So it's a multi-purpose event Monday nights. So the very special thing we're doing tonight is having a Footsoak. So this is using the elements to balance our subtle system and a nice meditation up to that. But Gulshan will show us that later. But if you've got a bucket, you see the bucket? I'll show you. You might want to prepare this for later. So we've got a bucket with
that's visible.
Ankle deep warm water. I've got it quite warm because it's been a little while before we start. Some paper towel for drying.
And we have some salt.
Oh yes, some salt. We'll put the salt in a little bit later.
Yeah.
And a mug for rinsing off our feet afterwards. So if you want to get that ready, we'll just keep it aside. We'll do that a little bit later. But first of all, let's get into our meditative state. So if it is your first time, don't worry, just follow along. What our goal is to become thoughtless. So thoughtless in a good way, in that we want to connect to Mother Nature, the all-pervading energy of the divine, really, that is really in charge of everything. And the wonderful thing about Sahaja Yoga is we get our connection to that energy. And we have a little bit of that energy within us, and we're going to awaken that. And the thing we do, so you might think it's a little odd having Footsoak, etc. But we're doing everything possible to not use our brain and not think too much. So we'll use our hands in a minute and say affirmations to go through the process of getting into that seventh energy center. Oh, can you hear me? Sorry, I've got a signal that couldn't hear. If you can't hear, please put your hand up and or put a message in the chat if there's some technical problem. So there's the office call going on, so I did warn you. We really are in an office. So we're Footsoaking a little bit later, and that's using the water and the earth to clear our subtle energy system. So the subtle energy system, what is that? So everything we do, there's a basis of everything we do. So we're either thinking about what we're going to do later, or we're worrying about or reliving what we've done in the past. So the goal of our meditation is to be in the centre, and we've got the subtle energy system, which are different stages of our evolution.
Your microphone is on.
Sorry?
Your microphone is not
on. Okay, it seems like you can't hear us, so
okay.
we'll
let me
just work on that.
The microphone is not on. Gulshan, your microphone is on.
Oh, okay.
My microphone had gone off.
That should make all the difference now.
Apologies for that. I'm not sure if you actually heard anything then.
We'll start again.
We will start again.
Yeah.
That was a trial run. So we're going to have a Footsoak in a little while. So we've got our buckets, we've got something to rinse our feet, we've got some salt to put in there. We've got about ankle deep warm water, and we'll be doing that a little bit later. We're using the elements to clear our subtle energy system, and I'll explain a little bit about that as we go along. But what we want to do is use our heart instead of our brain, and to do that we're going to use our hands as well as our heart and try to go above our brain to this seventh energy center, and we'll talk more about the energy centers as we go along. But first thing is, let's just put our attention on ourselves, sit comfortably. We can take our shoes off,
We've got our feet touching the earth. So we're really trying to get in touch with the elements of nature that we're composed of, actually. So we're not just our brain, but we are the earth, the fire, the water. And as we go through this meditation process, the self-realization, which is getting ourselves connected to our own meditative power and the all-pervading energy that makes us evolve, we'll contemplate our different stages of our evolution, which our chakras or our energy centers represent. So we're going to use our hands, so let's just not think about that anymore. We'll use our hands, we'll use our right hand and put it on our left side. We're going to start at our heart, we'll take it down to our upper stomach, our lower stomach, and then we'll come back up again to the upper stomach, the heart, the neck area. We'll be going to the forehead, and then finally we'll go to the place where we're trying to meditate, which is this seventh energy center, and we'll ask for our connection to that energy. So let's just talk about the energy centers as we go through that process. I'm just trying to see if you can actually hear me.
Just a few technical changes here, fixing the sound system a little bit better for you. So
I hope that's better and audible.
That should be a lot better.
All right.
And thank you for your patience while we fiddle through this.
We like to have a few technical hiccups just to keep us on our toes. So sitting comfortably, let's just close our eyes for a minute and take our attention inside. So just contemplating our breath. And at the heart, we will take our right hand and place it on the left-hand side of our heart. And we're going to ask our higher self, inside ourselves, we'll ask the question, who am I? What am I? So no need to answer the question. And now going down, taking our hand to the upper part of our stomach, just under the last rib cage on your left-hand side. We'll ask the question, am I my own master? So am I doing what others tell me to do? Or am I listening to my own spirit, my own true nature? Just ask a few times, am I my own master? Am I master of myself? Or are there bosses we're listening to? People whose opinions matter to us, so we want to do everything to please others? Or are we pleasing our own self? Not in a selfish way, but in a higher, true way. Now let's take our hand down to the lower part of our stomach, so it's the hip where the leg and the body joins. And here we're adjacent to where our own meditation energy resides. So within all of us, there's a triangular bone called the sacrum bone, and inside everyone is this kundalini energy. So it's kundalini means the coil. So there's a coil of energy just waiting for us to ask her, it's a feminine mothering energy, to awaken. And she'll awaken simply by us asking her to please give me the true knowledge of myself. So really desiring from your heart, please give me the pure knowledge of myself. Please strengthen my pure desire. I shall start rising up through the central channel, but we'll keep our hand still on the left side being our side of desire and the past. We'll take our hand back up to the top part of our stomach, and we're going to affirm now that we've awakened our kundalini, we'll affirm that I am my own master. So I can know the truth about everything when I awaken my kundalini energy. So therefore I am my own master. So we're still on the left side. We'll go back up to the heart center, and here is where our spirit resides. We're just going to connect with our spirit by simply saying, Mother Kundalini, I am the pure spirit. You just feel the heart enlarging when you say that. A few times. So this is our true nature, that we are a spiritual person. Your spirit is with you all your lifetimes. I am the pure spirit. So it's a feeling rather than a thought. Let's come up to the neck center now. So just move your head a little to the right so you can hold the shoulder and the neck area with your fingers and the palm of your hand at the front. Just squeezing it a bit. This is the center of our self-esteem. So what blocks this center? It squeezes the passage where our kundalini wants to pass through, is if we feel guilty. And unfortunately, we're in the habit of feeling guilty about everything. So we'll clear that out simply by saying, Mother Kundalini, I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. I'm not guilty. Just try to feel that center loosen up. And we take out all the rocks of guilt. And just massage it a little bit with your fingers as well. I'm not guilty. Now let's come up to the energy center at the forehead, which is our state of evolution currently where we're at, where we're going to go beyond. So just dropping your forehead into the palm of your hand, and here we clear this center simply by forgiving. So we'll say, Mother Kundalini, I forgive everyone. No need to think of anyone or anything in particular. Just generally, Mother Kundalini, I forgive everyone. And I forgive myself. I forgive. So just feel your head lighten up with that feeling of forgiving, letting everything go. I forgive. Now let's take this energy center from behind as well. So you place your palm on the back of your head and just tip your head up. So resting the back of your head. And you can just say that, Mother Kundalini, if I've made any mistakes against my spirit, please forgive me. And that's the wonderful thing about that divine energy, forgives. So let everything go. Please forgive me if I've done anything wrong. Now that's out of the way. And now just coming up into a neutral position, stretching the palm. You're going to place the centre of the palm onto the centre of the top of your head. So that's the fontanelle area. And interesting that it's called the fontanelle because you've had a fountain of that Kundalini energy will come through there. Initially it might be just a few strands. The more you do this process, the more Kundalini will come through. So just pressing down onto that fontanelle area. Sorry everyone, my sound seems to be disappearing. I apologise for that.
While Lynn tries to fix the sound, so...
Oh, it's working again, I'm
great.
back.
Okay.
So pressing down with the palm on the top of your head, rotating the scalp in a clockwise direction, left, forward, right, back. Just moving the scalp. You can ask, Mother Kundalini, please give me my self-realization, which was where we go into the Sahasrara chakra, the seventh energy center, beyond our thinking brain. Or we can ask, Mother, please give me the silence of thoughtless awareness. Mother, please strengthen and establish my self-realization. So now just raising your right hand up a little bit, a few centimeters, see if you can just feel that subtle vibration coming through the top of your head. It might be warm, it might be cool. You can just keep taking the hand up wherever you can feel it, bring it closer, moving it slightly. But keeping your attention there, just bring both hands palm up in your lap. Just try to feel that space. So in that center, all of the energy centers have their seats, and right there where the Kundalini flows is where the heart is, in the center. So that's the center of your meditation is your heart. If any thoughts come, just forgive them and go back to that feeling of your heart on top of your head. Just slowly opening your eyes. If you were able to feel a little bit of silence between the thoughts. So we'll just finish off this first part of our meditation by using our hands now to do that process, which is raising our kundalini, and then we'll, with those vibrations that are now flowing in our hands and on top of our head, we'll then protect our aura, our subtle system. So with our hands, we'll raise the left hand. So the left hand is our desire and the right hand is our action, as we have a left and a right and a central channel, which is the present. So we'll do 3 times, the left hand raising up. So your attention's on that hand and the right hand is winding around. So it comes under and over, winding around, keeping the right hand busy, and we'll tie a knot. So we really want to keep our attention up there, out of our thinking brain. And we'll do it again the second time for the second channel. 2 knots this time. Third time for our third channel. 3 knots. And then the protection of our whole subtle system so we don't get affected by any negative thoughts flying around. Over and back for each of our energy centres. We've got 7 of them. So we'll do 7 times over and back. Must be approximately 7, I'd say. So we will get on to our foot soak in a minute, but before that we've got a short excerpt, well about 7 minutes, of the founder of Sahaja Yoga, Shri Mataji, talking about balancing our system and using our heart, and she mentions about the foot soaking being an essential part of life as well. So I'll just play that for you.
So this clear-cut idea comes to you when your heart is clean. But first of all, people do not understand that you have to work it through your heart and not through your brain. When we have to work out things through our brain, we try to develop our brain, isn't it? By memorizing, by practicing something, teaching our brain how to think, how to go this way, that way. We try to train our brain. Now we have to train our heart in Sahaja Yoga. And to train our heart in Sahaja Yoga, one has to know first of all that it is enveloped either by ego or by superego. The limbic area actually represents the heart. And if there is ego, heart will always be so called. It will not be the real heart that will be working, but it's only mental projection. And you will feel that I'm doing it from my heart. That's not true. Now then, supposing what should we do if we have ego? You might say you should try to sort of tell yourself that that's not good and this and that and all kinds of mental suggestions or auto-suggestions or the way psychiatrists and all that give you suggestions. That's again mental. So that's not the way it is going to work out. We must understand that for that what we have to do is to raise the left side and put it to the right side. There's no other way out. You have to just work it out with your hands. Your hands are working it out and not your brain. So use your hands and the methods of Sahaja Yoga. Now, everyone must have a regular sitting in the water every day. That's important. Every morning you must do your meditation. Because on mental level, we feel we have been with Mother, all right. This exposure is all right. You came, you saw how Indians are and how they are light on their feet and how they are good for Sahaja Yoga. But after seeing all that, you have to know that Sahaja Yoga is to be worked out. It is not to be thought out. You just cannot think about it. Whatever you may try to do through your thought, you cannot achieve any results in Sahaja Yoga. You have to use your hands, you have to use your feet, you have to soak your feet in the water because water is the ocean. All these 5 chakras, or say 6 chakras, which are, I say 5 because the one is the Muladhara chakra, which is the 7, and the topmost is the brain. So in between 5 chakras which are there are to be handled fully with the idea that they are basically made of matter. And these 5 elements constitute the body of these chakras. Now these chakras, if they are to be corrected, we have to correct them by taking out all the problems of these chakras into the elements from which they come. For example, a person who is a very right-sided person, so he has to give a balance by the left side. Of course, raising with the hand is all right, but what about the element? Right-sided person has all the elements which give heat. You can say the light, we can say the fire. So for people who are right-sided, the light is not going to help much. Like if you put the light before the photograph and those who are ego-oriented people, if you just use the light, it's not going to work out. So what is going to work out is the Mother Earth and the water element, which is cooling. Even ice is very helpful to people who are right-sided. So all cooling effects should be used for correcting your right-sidedness. so that you cool it down. Same about food. In food, those who are right-sided people should take to foods which are left-sided, that is carbohydrates. Means they should become partly vegetarians or quite a lot of vegetarians. And should eat things at the most like chicken, but not fishes, not seafoods, because they are all hot. That's how you treat your material side of your chakras. Now the left-sided people should use again the Deepa, means the light or the fire, to correct their left side. Also in food, such people should take more to nitrogenous, means protein and foods like that. They should take more proteins. Now, as far as Sahaja Yoga is concerned, the basic thing is Kundalini. And the Kundalini, as I have told you, is the pure desire. Again, listen to it carefully, pure desire. That means all other desires are impure. There's only one pure desire, and that is to be one with the divine, one with the Brahma, one with God. That's the only pure desire. All other desires are impure. So, train your mind gradually to achieve that desire as the main thing. If you train your mind in that fashion, then you can develop pure desire. So all other desires will negate gradually. Alright. Now this desire to be one with the divine is the purest and the highest.
So that was nice, wasn't it? So before we get into our second meditation, we will talk a little bit more about the Navi and while we do our clearing. So that's our center of this. It's also our seeking for food, consuming. So we'll create a little bit more peace when we do our Footsoak. So perhaps you'd like to tell everyone about our Footsoak before
Sure.
we do that?
Okay. I hope everyone's got their buckets ready. So let's bring them forward. And also we need to add some salt. So it's just a good tablespoonful is useful. Then let's give you some.
Thank you.
Yes, it's just common salt is fine. Don't need to get anything particular. And we also have some water. Lynn might have showed you earlier. Just some water to rinse our feet off in the end. Once you finish with your Footsoak, that needs to be tipped down into the toilet, not on your favorite pot plant, because then it does absorb the negative energy from us, and so toilet is the best place for it to be. Footsoaking is, as Shri Mataji was talking she mentioned in her talk, it's cleansing our subtle system, and she mentioned about each of our chakras is made of a particular element, and if there's a blockage in our chakra, then we use that particular element, whether it be fire, in this case it is water with salt, which stands for the ocean, one of the elements within us. With Footsoaking, it's really, really beneficial to do it before you go to bed at night, or even as soon as you come home from work, you can do a quick Footsoak, which is something I used to do. It really relaxes, and all the things that you absorb, all the reactions from people that you face, good to flush them out, and it helps you to sleep really well at night too. So we'll just go through a very basic clearing today so that it's not too complicated. Ideally, it would be really good to have a photo of Shri Mataji. So we have one here, and you can watch that photograph. If you can, light a little tea light candle in front of it. That's really good too. So we'll start our foot soak by raising a Kundalini.
I was going to take my socks off first.
In a moment. And place ourselves in bandhan. And yes, we do need to take our socks off eventually. So just raise our Kundalini to the top of our head, 1 knot. Second time, coming up 2 knots. And 3 knots for the third time up. That's for our 3 channels that are within us. And then we place ourselves in bandhan. Right hand over the top to the right and back. That's 1. We do that 7 times. And now it is time to take the socks off. The temperature of the water is entirely to your preference. If you're in a cold Canberra climate, warm water is really beneficial. If you have been rushing all day, cool water would be really comforting. But otherwise, warm water is fine as well. And we can change it come summer, then you can use cooler water. So hands in our lap again. And what we are going to do is clear our left channel, our right channel, and then our central channel. So a really easy way to do it is the channel that needs cleansing, the hand stays in your lap. The opposite hand, you just drop it down towards the earth. So here, bringing our attention inside, you can close your eyes, or you can actually watch Shri Mataji's photograph, which is really beneficial too. And in that case, keep your eyes open, watch the bindi, the red spot on Shri Mataji's forehead. And we ask the mothering energy, the Kundalini, to please take away all the darkness, all the heaviness, all the obstructions from my left side into the earth through the right hand. So while that happens, watch how you feel on your left hand. There may be a few tingling sensations on your fingertips, and that is indication of certain obstructions in our chakras. So just to strengthen our pure desire a little bit more and to cleanse that area, we could, for instance, place our right hand on the left side where the leg meets the body. This is the area of pure knowledge and pure desire within us. So you could ask the mothering energy, the Kundalini, or Shri Mataji to please take away all the obstructions from this chakra within me. And the Kundalini, please strengthen my quality or my yearning for pure knowledge and pure desire. Bringing our right hand back to its original position of facing towards the earth. So we let all the negative energy from the left side, let it be flushed out into the earth through the right hand. You may notice your tingling sensations in your fingertips settle down a little bit. And if you do feel a little bit of cool on the palm, in the center of your palm on your hand, or on top of your head, that's really good. But if there is heat, that's fine too. It's just clearing out at the moment. It's going to swap our hands now. The right hand comes back onto a lap, because that is the side, the right side, that's going to be cleansed. And the left hand from the elbow up, just raise it towards the ether. And here we are going to ask Shri Mataji and our mothering energy, the Kundalini, to please take away all the excessive heat, all my futuristic planning, all my worries, all my overthinking. Please take it away from the right side and let it be dispersed into the air through the left hand. This is particularly useful if we've been rushing through the day and you've been frantic and feeling slightly agitated and unsettled. It's just good to do this and release it out into the air. And usually we've been thinking too much or planning too much. We heat up a liver, which is just here on the right side. That needs to be cooled down. So this is one way of doing that as well. Couple of deep breaths in and out. And just see how you feel on your right hand. You may start with a little bit of heat or tingling sensations on the fingertips. And very slowly they'll settle down. Mother Kundalini, please establish calmness within me. Please establish peace within me. And please take away all the obstructions from the right side into the air through the left hand. Bring your left hand back onto the lap. Just give your hands a quick rub. And now we are going to ask for the mothering energy to please clear the central channel within me. And today we were also going to talk a little bit about the Nadi chakra, which is the third chakra within us, which is situated here. This chakra has three personalities or three qualities about it. On the left, the center, and the right. The left one stands for the qualities which are actually ignored currently in our society of a homemaker, the peacemaker within our society. That's to do with feeling settled, feeling calm. And the central one is to do with satisfaction within us. And then the right side is to do with generosity within us. So if there's a weakness in either of these chakras within us, then we clear it out with the Footsoak too. So with your attention inside, Mother Kundalini, please clear all the obstructions from the central channel within me. Please take away all the obstructions, all the heat. And please allow my mothering energy, the Kundalini, to rise. And one way to help the mothering energy, the Kundalini, to rise is using our right hand. Bring it to the front and just raise it above the front to the top of our head a couple of times. And now we bring our hand to the top of our head. This is where a connection gets established. with the cosmic energy. So again, placing a hand on top of a head, just rotate it in a clockwise direction. And the movement is quite easy. It's starting from your left, forward to your right, going back to your left, forward, right, and back. And earlier we had asked and requested Kundalini to please establish a connection, and for Shri Mataji to please give us our realization. And now it's time to affirm. So we ask Mother Kundalini, please establish my self-realization, and please strengthen my self-realization. Shri Mataji, please establish and strengthen my self-realization. And Shri Mataji, thank you for my self-realization. Bring your hand back onto your lap. And take your attention up to your head where you had your hand. Now to finish our foot soak, it only needs be no more than 10 minutes. So you don't have to sit for a long time and worry about the water temperature getting cold. So to finish up, really easy, we bring our hands across, place them on the side of our head, and just uncross them on our agya, and then sweep all the negative energy down past our knees into the water. Let's do that a couple of times. Sweep it down all the way into the water. And same thing from the back as well, from the Nabi chakra, the Swadhisthana, your hip, bring it down and sweep it into the water. And now we're going to rinse our feet. Thank you, Lynn. The water temperature is warm. Thank you very much for that. So we might just get you to place your buckets to the side, and we'll continue with the rest of the program. I believe we have a fantastic meditation in store for us. So we'll just move that to the side for now.
Got a tricky microphone here that keeps turning off on me.
Oh, okay.
So hopefully you can hear. So feeling very nice and relaxed after that foot soak, Gulshan. That was lovely. Mm-hmm. So let's just close our eyes. Take our attention inside. We'll just take our attention through the central channel. And at the tummy, it's called the Nabi chakra, that energy center of the tummy. We can just ask our Mother Kundalini, Mother, please let me feel peace and satisfaction. Up to the heart, just in the center. Mother, please give me the quality of fearlessness. Fearlessness to follow my pure desire. to be one with the Spirit. Really feeling that heart opening on your breath. And up to the throat. Mother, please give me the quality of witnessing, the quality of diplomacy, and up to the forehead area, where we just feel that forgiveness. Mother, I forgive everyone, and I forgive myself. And up to the Sahasrara, just above our brain. Mother, let me feel the silence. And be connected to the all-pervading energy of divine love, the love of Mother Nature for all of us. Forgive all the thoughts, but I'll not get involved in them. Just let them go. Just letting our attention float higher. Feeling our heart expanding up above our head. I forgive everyone. I forgive the thoughts. Just using our right hand to raise up more of our Kundalini, just touching the top of our head each time. Do it 3 times. Right hand, just touching the top. 3rd time. And slowly open your eyes. So we will finish off our meditation again with raising our kundalini and putting on our bandhan. So don't forget, if you have any questions, you can either send us a message on the website, or if you're online on Zoom, of course, you can put something in the chat or put your hand up if it's not working for you. And tomorrow night there is a session from Perth, and that's at 9 p.m. Sydney time. And otherwise, see you back here next Monday, 6 o'clock. We'll probably continue on with the Nabi again with a bit more information and something interesting. I'm sure we'll find something interesting for you. We will finish off with, we've got a concert of Dr. Rajam, who's a violinist and is a real life soul, so it's very nice. So I'll play that concert for you to carry on meditating for as long as you wish. And otherwise we'll say good night. So thank you for joining us. That was a lovely meditation with you. Hope you enjoyed.
They keep us on our toes sometimes. And
It's
also,
probably just done it again, so I'm not sure if you even heard me. This seems to be a very strange microphone. Carry on, Gulshan.
I was just going to say, please don't forget to do your footsoaking every night, and you will notice a difference in your sleep and also in your how you feel on your hands. So please keep footsoaking as well. Have a lovely week.
Good night, everyone. Thanks for joining.
Bye-bye.
Share that concert. Maybe the batteries are died, even though they were new batteries.